Today I'm happy to show you and talk about a new indie single-player FPS game called Trepang2. There's a demo available on Steam when it comes to Trepang2, which I played and made a video about some time ago on my channel, so if you feel that you would like to try that out yourself, you can go ahead and do so. Trepang2 almost feels like a homage to the old F.E.A.R games back in the days, combining great gunplay with slow-mo mechanics, beautiful lighting and shadows in combination when it comes to the visual aspect of the game, adding a sometimes eerie and horror-like environment. But the overall movement in the game with jumping, sliding, and also the amazing gore and visual effects when shooting and blowing up enemies also makes me think about Doom, and of course some other games as well from the same time period, meaning the early 2000s. So I guess Trepang2 then is a bit of a F.E.A.R and Doom had a baby, simply explained. Trepang2 is developed by Trepang Studios and published by Team 17. It was released on Steam on the 21st of June. It has so far overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, and it costs about 30 euros or dollars. Trepang2 is a gory, action-packed FPS set in the near future, and I would define it as about hardcore and frenetic shooter as it can be. Perfect, I would say, since even though I mostly play multiplayer FPS games, I have been longing for a single-player FPS game like this. Since I love playing the first F.E.A.R games and also the expansions and also Doom for that sake, Trepang2 is definitely up my alley. In Trepang2 you play as an escaped soldier who has no memories of their past life but is infused with supernatural abilities, and revenge is on your mind and you'll stop at nothing to get what you want. Deliver devastating punches and sneak around in the shadows, wield explosive weapons and give the bad guys a taste of their own medicine. A mysterious group breaks you out from a heavily guarded black site, and your memories are gone but your combat abilities are enhanced far beyond human limits. Fight back and find the truth and face a threat even deadlier than yourself. And this is also when and where the gameplay and gunplay become so fun and amazing in Trepang2, using your abilities when it comes to slow-mo to jump forward and shoot as many enemies as possible mid-air, or sometimes take a more stealthy approach to it, sneaking up behind enemies using your cloak ability and either snap their necks simply or use them as a human shield holding them in front of you, or maybe arm the poor guy with a grenade and simply throw the body towards the enemies. The variations are many, and after some time you start to be able to make some cool looking combos that looks as if it was taken from some new upcoming Hollywood action movie a la John Wick. The developers themselves describes it like this: first-person guns and melee attacks that leave bloody bullet holes on human enemies and blood splatter on nearby surfaces. Powerful weapons will often dismember enemies, which means separating limbs from their body or destroying their bodies entirely, leaving only bloody remains. It might also be good to know that even if you play games using a low-spec PC, you have the possibility to play Trepang2 with some good settings, most likely, and I'm therefore putting up the minimum specs here required so you can see for yourself. The game starts with an intro, and as described earlier, when it comes to the storyline, you will need to find your way out of this so-called facility where you have been captured. From there you will unlock missions as you go when it comes to the main storyline, but there's also side missions available which gives you some variation. Without spoiling too much, I have only used gameplay in this video from the first missions in the game, and surely it feels as if Trepang2 takes on a bit what F.E.A.R started, although in F.E.A.R there was mainly one experiment going on, which was Alma, by the way, and in Trepang2 you'll encounter different anomalous things and creatures as you go. So who is this game for, you might ask? Well, I would say it's almost a must-play if you have been playing games and watching movies in the early 2000s. But at the same time, it's also for you that likes really cool looking gunplay and a combo of hardcore FPS moments in combination with some lighter horror elements. Is the game worth 30 euros or dollars? Well, I would say it is, even though you could always ask for more, of course, when it comes to missions and side missions available. I hope that this video, though, has been enjoyable to watch foremost, since I do hope that Trepang2 reaches out to more people. I think it deserves it. And I do believe that a lot of gamers would appreciate a game like this, since it can also give you a well-deserved pause from those online shooters that you might be playing on a regular basis. The same goes for me. Trepang2 gets a big positive thumbs up from me, and I'm looking forward to finish the game as well. I might even start over again then and live stream the game, maybe on an even harder difficulty level, just for the fun of it. With that said, my friends, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to talk to you soon again in my next video. Cheers!